The 2024 election will be etched in history books for its razor-thin margin. Donald Trump returned to the White House, but the victory was far from decisive. He secured a mere 1.5% advantage over his opponent. This tight race reflects a deeply fractured America. The electorate is more polarized than ever. This deep divide demands a unifying leader, yet the initial actions of the Trump administration have only seemed to widen the gulf. Instead of extending an olive branch, President Trump has doubled down on the rhetoric. This approach might appeal to his base, but it does little to heal the wounds of a nation yearning for unity. The first 8 weeks have been marked by a cacophony of anger and resentment. The question remains, can a president elected by such a slim margin truly govern a nation so divided? The answer, at least in these early days, seems to be a resounding no. The vitriol and animosity that permeated the campaign trail have followed President Trump into the Oval Office. The hope for unity, for a nation that can come together despite its differences, feels like a distant dream. The Trump administration hit the ground running, perhaps too fast for its own good. The president, eager to implement his agenda, has adopted a bull in a china shop approach to governing. Policies have been enacted with lightning speed, often lacking careful consideration or planning. This haste has left many feeling bewildered and apprehensive. One of the most glaring examples of this impetuous style is the administration's approach to trade. Tariffs have been slapped on allies and adversaries alike, disrupting global supply chains and sending shockwaves through the global economy. The stock market, a barometer of investor confidence, has been on a roller coaster ride, reflecting the uncertainty and anxiety gripping the business world. The administration argues that these drastic measures are necessary to protect American jobs and interests. However, many experts warn that these actions could backfire, triggering a trade war that could cripple the global economy. The long-term consequences of these policies remain to be seen, but the early signs are far from encouraging. The Trump administration's frenetic pace has left many Americans feeling as though they are strapped into a runaway train, careening towards an unknown destination. The lack of transparency, coupled with the administration's dismissive attitude towards dissent, has only fueled the sense of unease and apprehension. The Trump administration's actions have raised serious concerns about the health of American democracy. The president's disregard for democratic norms and his attempts to undermine checks and balances have set off alarm bells. His adversarial relationship with the judiciary is troubling. The president has attacked judges who ruled against him, questioning their legitimacy. He has even suggested he can pardon himself, striking at the heart of the rule of law. Attempts to influence the Department of Justice have raised red flags. The firing of FBI Director James Comey was seen as an attempt to obstruct justice. The appointment of a Trump loyalist to head the DOJ deepened concerns about politicization. These actions, coupled with attacks on the free press, paint a troubling picture. The Trump administration's assault on democratic institutions threatens to erode the foundations of American democracy. Will the American people stand by or rise up to defend the principles upon which this nation was founded? 8 weeks into the Trump presidency, America finds itself at a crossroads. The promise of a nation united, a nation that could overcome its divisions and forge a brighter future, feels like a distant memory. The actions of the Trump administration have sown division, stoked fear, and undermined the very institutions that are meant to safeguard American democracy. The economic picture is equally bleak. The administration's erratic policies have created uncertainty and instability, threatening to plunge the nation into a recession. The trade war that many feared has become a reality, jeopardizing the livelihoods of millions of Americans. On the international stage, America's standing has been diminished. Allies are alienated, adversaries emboldened. The post-World War II order, carefully constructed over decades, is teetering on the brink of collapse. The damage inflicted upon American democracy in just 8 weeks is profound. The question is, can it be repaired? The answer lies with the American people. Do you believe that the Trump administration is leading America down a dangerous path? Or do you have faith that the president will right the ship and steer the nation towards a brighter future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The future of American democracy may depend on it.